This is Cheyenne Valentine, back today again with a new episode. In today's episode, I want to talk about what are black men mad about. So I think I'm going to title this video, Why Are Black Men Mad? Or What Are You Mad About, Black Men? Or Why Are Black Men So Mad? Title it something like that. I usually basically, do my videos first. And excuse me, I smack a lot like that. So I know somebody's gonna mention it, but it is what it is. That's just how I talk. So I smack a lot. But anywho, I usually do the video, record it, then I pick the title based upon what I was talking about. I just hit record. I just talk about what's on my mind. So this has been on my mind for a while. This goes all the way back to Sergeant Willie Pete. I think we might disagree on this, but it's pretty obvious that there are more black men on YouTube, particularly who have a problem with black women. They think black women do things that are unladylike. They don't like their behavior. They don't like how some of them look. They don't like how some of them behave. The list goes on. And so they, I guess to vent, they, decide to make videos. Like me, I'm making videos and I talk about issues with black women, issues with black men, issues in the black community, not having kids currently. I talk about different stuff. But it mainly I think the thing for this channel is black issues, and it might, because I am a black woman, I'm talking about things from a black woman's perspective. So of course some men might like this channel, some men not. Some men may not, excuse me. So I was thinking about this the other day. I was listening to another man's channel named Angry Man. He got some pretty good videos, but he was saying there's a difference between bashing and criticizing. He said his goal, he criticizes black women, and he said his goal is to let black women know their behavior is not ladylike, or don't let me put words in his mouth, but he basically saying that he wants to bring to their attention their behavior is unacceptable. And my thing about it is, okay, without a black, so this is my point. It seems like the first person to run their mouth about black women, like, in the public arena, as far as YouTube, was Sergeant Willie Pete. He was very upset with black women. Then you got Tommy Sotomayor, and you got countless others, Minister Jab, you got Angry Man, it's a bunch of them, okay? They got a problem with black women. Now, I can only name a couple black women YouTubers that really hone in on black men. I think it's Brooklyn Blue, Black Goddess, and Isadora Storm. I'm not quite sure. Like I said, I don't like the two extremes where you just the women videos just all about bashing black men, and the men videos all about bashing black women. That's not balanced to me, because both are at fault in their own ways. So one thing that the Angry Man said, he said, well, he comes down on black women. He criticized them because their behavior, I guess, is not, ladylike, and that the women are the ones who teach the kids. And so she's basically ratchet. She's passing that on down to the kids. And he made a statement that the man is out, working and providing, things like that. Well, he said that a man is out, doing what he got to do to provide while the woman's at home with the kids. I want you to write below, how many black stay-at-home moms do you know? It's some out here, don't get me wrong, but how many black stay-at-home moms is it? Because he's saying that the man's job is to go out and provide, right? Pay the bills, provide. I'm assuming she's a stay-at-home mom. She's not technically working. She might have a part-time job from home, but her main job is taking care of the kids, right? His job is out working, paying the bills. But I know several women who got kids, and the dude is a bomb. He doesn't work, or she makes a lot more than him, and he expects her to work, come home, raise kids, cook, clean, and fuck them, and then stay skinny and sexy and be a freak in the bed. Like it's very, and then support his dreams. I'm very confused. Okay, so what is it? Either the man is supposed to go out and provide, pay all the bills while the woman stay at home with the kids, or they both go out and work, and then they share the workload of the household, which means that he needs to be in those kids, because he's saying, the guy was basically saying that the woman's around the kids and she, instills their knowledge into them, so they're going to be watching her, and she's going to be the one teaching them. Well, I think both parents should be teaching them, because I know a lot of people, a lot of adults who have said that their dad did not spend enough time with them. And I think with some men, they feel like, oh, just because they're out working, they don't need to spend time with their kids. That's a fucking lie. Kids need love from mom and dad. They need attention from both. So just because you're working does not mean that you just supposed to disregard your kids and ignore them when you come home and not spend no fucking time with them. Okay, that's no excuse. You shouldn't have had kids if you had no intention to spend no fucking time with them. But I think, like, this is the thing. I don't know what black men are so mad at. So basically, you got several black men, way more than black women, making videos talking about how they, the issues they have with black women, these ratchet black women. They're trying to school other black men. They're saying that black women behavior is unacceptable. My thing about it is, who are you to tell a woman how she should behave? Okay, this is my thing. Why aren't these black men focusing on the ratchet ass black men? Like, I never understand, and I think this is a flaw for the female gender and the male gender. We tend to focus on what the opposite gender is doing and talk about how they ain't shit. My thing about it is, like, why do you never hear, like, I never see videos, and this is including myself, I never see, like, let's say like a black guy just having a whole channel about holding black men accountable and putting them on blast. I haven't seen it, and I never seen like a black woman channel. It might be a couple out there where the black woman is basically putting black women on blast and saying we need to do better, and this is what we need to improve on. It seems like the black woman and the black man don't want to do that because they both don't want to be at fault. They both want to blame the opposite gender. Okay, now the reason why I'm honing on black men in this video, because black men date interracially way more than black women, so that tells me personally that they do have a problem with black women. I mean, if they think about it, if they're dating interracially way more than black women, then they obviously probably do have problems with black women. Something about black women is turning black men off. And they also make more videos talking about black women. There's several channels of black men just going in on black women. They claim their intentions are good. Some of them don't claim their intentions are good at all. A couple of them say they're just doing it to show black women they're wrong and to hold them to task for their behavior. Only thing I have a problem with is, why don't you hold the black men? Why are you not holding them to task? Like, so they're right about everything, like, so I think a human flaw for men and women, I'm including this flaw, is that we tend to, when something's fucked up, we can see the other person's fault very well. We can see what they need to improve on very well. But it was really hard for us to talk about our shortcomings and what we need to improve on. And you might say, well, just because a black guy is sitting there making videos about black women, and he's not honing in on the wrongs that black men are doing, that does not mean that has nothing to do with him personally. Yes, it does, because see, he's a black man. So basically, if he talks about all the fuck shit that black men do, then I'm pretty sure some of his behavior is going to be part of that, and he don't want to be wrong about nothing. He want to blame it all on the woman. Same for black women. A black woman is not going to usually do a whole channel talking about how black women, need to improve this and exposing them and all that, because she's a black woman, and some of that behavior she's going to expose, she exhibits. So nobody wants to ever be at fault or be wrong or basically whatever people do, it's a habit and they don't want to change. So to me, black women and black men don't want to fucking change. But the reason why I'm honing on black men right now is because I'm trying to understand what they're upset about. Because if I sit here, when I think about it, why are they seem to be more angry at black women than black women are at them. And you might say, no, I disagree, but yeah, black women might talk shit about black men, but they are still having kids and fucking black men, and they don't date out interracially as much as black men. And also, it's not as many black female YouTubers, bashing black men. It's really not. It's way more black male YouTubers, which equals black men bashing black women, having whole channels dedicated to it. So I asked myself, what are black men upset about? Why are they so fucking angry? They date interracially way more than black women, and several of them have gotten on social media and are talking about how black women ain't shit. Okay, so, or the things they need to improve on, and they're so upset about it that they're being vocal, doing videos and whatnot. And like, I'm doing videos talking about different things, but I have yet to find a lot of black women getting online just having a whole channel bashing black women. Excuse me, bashing black men. let me say this again. I have yet to find several black women having whole channels with hundreds of videos dedicated talking about black men and their shortcomings. Like I said, I know a couple black women who got channels talking about black men and why you shouldn't date them and shit like that. Of course I do, but it seems like it's still more black men who have channels dedicated to bashing. To me, it's bashing black women, because okay, at the point, what else is there to talk about? Okay, you say you don't like the some of them facts. You said you don't like the weave. You say you don't like that they kind of act ratchet, and you say you don't like for them to be hoes. But this is the thing: the very shit you don't like, there's several black men who are putting up with this behavior from these women. There's several black men who like hoes. Okay, so I mean, shouldn't you go to the men and say, okay, these women are off limits. These women, don't get them no play. Like, they never hold a man accountable for shit. Okay, and with women, with the whole thing, I'm telling you as a woman, the reason why some women are turning to hoes, I think, is because they're seeing hoes getting rewarded. So-called hoes. And like I said, I don't even believe in that word hoe, because if hoe means a woman who sleeps with multiple men, then what is a man that sleeps with multiple women? So I don't, if she's sleeping with multiple men, she probably has a high sex drive, and the average guy has a high sex drive. That's why he sleeps with probably more than one woman. So what is the problem? So you want the woman to be down there a virgin while you fuck anything that moves? Like, this double standard is, I think, the problem. I think the reason why black men are more madder at black women and black women are madder at black men is because black men, I think it's a social thing. It's men think in this society, they kind of try to put men above women. They think the world is kind of, in a sense, looked at as being ran by a man, and men feel they have authority over women, and men feel they're supposed to lead and be over a woman. But how can you lead when you're defected? Like, you can't lead somebody when you ain't got your shit together. Like, I think what black men need to focus on is building their community and being the best man they can be. Then you will get a good woman. Because if you're the best man you can be, you're spiritual, you got your money up, you're building your community, you are the kind of man that you're not going to settle for less. You're not going to just get with any kind of fucking woman. Your standards are going to be higher. You're going to pick the best woman to rear your kids. But if you just a loser who sits around and play video games all day, you're not trying to look for ways to bring in more income, you want to put all the responsibility on a woman, you don't care about your eating habits, you don't care about yourself, period, or even your spirituality, and you have no morals, and you just a piece of shit, then you're going to lay down with any kind of woman. Okay, you're going to get women that's like you, and you're going to procreate with them. You see what I'm saying? You need to focus on yourself first. Now, like I said, I think that black men are more mad at black women because black men think they're supposed to lead the woman. And the women's supposed to be submissive and feminine and look up to them. And I don't think a lot of black women look up to black men. I don't think black women admire black men the way that black men would like them to. And I don't know what else to tell you. If you want this to change, you have to change. Okay? And once you change to be a better man, you will gravitate a better woman. Same for black women. When you change and become a better woman and heal yourself, then you would gravitate a better man. Because let me tell you something, if you have worked on yourself, you're eating healthy, you got your money up, you got your own business or a great career, you're spiritual, your vibration is going to rise and your standards are going to rise, and you're not just going to lay down or entertain a bum or a loser. You won't even let him get close to you. So you won't even procreate and have kids with a piece of shit. Okay, so all the pieces of shit, they just going to fade out because the pieces of shit ain't going to get no play. And when men ain't getting no vagina, I think they're more prone to change. Let me tell you I don't know, because see, no matter where you're at in your life, whether you at the rock bottom or you didn't hit the top, you can find somebody that's on your level. And that person on your level is willing to have sex with you. So I don't know. I really don't know. I think that overall the standard in the black community needs to be changed to where the men don't want to be, playboys and thugs and just want to be basketball players or rappers. And the standard needs to change in the black community where black women shouldn't feel like either they need to be a stripper or they need to basically have a PhD or master's, and work themselves in the fucking ground and got to do everything on their own because the men aren't living up to their end of the bargain and being a provider. So I think, we need to change the standards. We need to change it. And like I said, I kind of feel like black men are more mad at black women because they want black women to look up to them. Well, a woman looks up to a leader. And it's kind of hard to look up to any man, regardless of race, when you're out here slaving for 8 to 10 hours a day. I mean, I want men to look at it from this perspective. A lot of women are nurturers. That's why we carry the child. And most women would love to, if they wanted to have a child, to be at home and raise their kid. See, men, I notice, want a woman to be horny all the time and freaky all the time. One way to ensure she's horny and freaky is if she don't have to worry about a roof over her head and food, and that you got enough money coming in. When a woman has to worry about her survival, that takes away her sex drive. Okay, when she got to worry about the bills gonna get paid or what we gonna do next month, when that's a concern, the last thing she want to do is suck your dick. I mean, I'm sorry, that's just how women are. I know some men don't like that, but that's just the bottom line. And I think that's why men have a higher level of testosterone. They're more physical, because they are meant to be the provider and go out and hunt and bring in the money. That's just how I feel. The women are more patient with kids and can be more domestic. And I know some women that are not domestic, but also I know some men who don't want to go out and fucking work. So for the men who want to say, well, why aren't the women domestic anymore? Well, if she has to work a 9-to-5 job, that's taken away from her being domestic. I mean, when I'm at work all day and I come home, last thing I want to do is wash some fucking dishes and vacuum. I mean, I'm fucking tired from work. So you can't expect a woman to go out and do what was initially the man's kind of position, and then come home and do what he initially was supposed to do, as far as bring home the money in the household, and then come home and then be wifey and be domestic, and then she's doing 2 fucking jobs. If y'all both gonna be out there working, then y'all both need to basically handle the housework and the responsibility for the kids. Or you need to, as a man, work full time and then have her stay at home with the kids or whatever. And if she wanted to get a little part-time job from home, do that. You know what I'm saying? If y'all really that strapped for cash, or as a man, you need to figure out other ways to bring in money legally. So I'm just, I think the black men are mad because they want black women to look up to them and to admire them and look at them as a leader. Be a leader then. Okay, be a provider. Start owning businesses, because as a black woman, it is very discouraging going out here looking for a job and having to beg a white woman, a white man. And no, I'm not getting on my knees literally begging, but in the sense I have to I've got turned down for many jobs because I'm black, for the simple fact that I wear my hair natural, I'm confident, and that intimidates some white people. I'm not a bootlicker. I don't assimilate to white culture. Like I said, I'm not racist. I'm for all races of people. I don't understand why I have to change what I look like to make someone else feel comfortable, but no white woman or white man is going to ever change to make me feel comfortable. And why should they? I mean, they look the way they look. Why should they change their hair to make me feel comfortable? But yet I'm supposed to change my hair and flat iron it for a job interview, when that's not what my hair looks like. They're not changing their hair to accommodate me, but that's because they own most of the businesses over here in America. This is the problem that we fucking have. Everything, to me, I ain't gonna say everything, but when they own the businesses, you gotta basically make them feel comfortable and accommodate them. And I'm tired of that shit. I wish that more black men would say, you know what? Like, I almost feel like, this might sound fucked up, but I kind of wish that no black man could get hired at a 9-to-5 job, because that will force him to say, I got to build something for my family. I can't depend on these white people to give me shit. I need to build something. But long as, and this goes for me too, long as they're giving me a job, it's going to make me dependent upon them and never go out and build something on my own. So I don't know what to say, but black men, why are you so upset at black women? I mean, I know, let's go down the list. You said they're fat. You said they have weave. You said they got a bunch of kids out of wedlock. You said they're too masculine. What else? They want to call the shots. Okay, let's go down that list. Okay, they're fat. Okay, some black women don't eat healthy and work out. That's not a lie. But some women of all races do that. I think it is a culture thing. And why I said it's because I know it's a lot of black men don't eat healthy either. Now, more black men to me overall work out, but they don't really do the gym. They really do like play basketball. No, some of them go to the gym. A lot of them play basketball. I'm going to tell you why. Drum roll. Testosterone. The men of all races kind of tend to be more active than the women. Okay. Number 2, about the weight thing, I feel like other races of men are more strict with that, and they don't tolerate the weight gain. Like, you know, you have to be skinny. Like, they like a skinny woman. And other races of men, to me, have a smaller frame too. Like, some of them are shorter, littler, like, let's say Asian men. So their women are petite to go with them. Now, black women are not big. Black women are petite too. You might not believe that, but we are. But I feel like some of us do have bigger butts, naturally a little bit curvier, which is very feminine and very beautiful. But now what has happened in black community, since you got people getting breast implants and getting these huge asses, it's making the women who want to slim down to be skinny, they're either going to slim down to get skinny, get butt injections and risk their health and their life, or they're basically going to just keep some weight on them so they can keep a big booty and a big breast, as long as their waist is smaller than their hips and ass and breasts, and they'll just risk having a little gut. Okay, so how about black men? How about you don't pick the curvy women? Like, you could pick them that's curvy, but if you want a really skinny, you can't pick them. Like, literally, you have to make it be known, I want a real thin woman. And don't fuck any of the black women that have, like, I mean, literally an ounce of weight on them. But see, let me tell you something about white women, other races of women. They know their men prefer a skinny woman. So a woman gonna do what accommodates the man, because a woman wants to get picked. If she sees fat women getting picked or curvy women getting picked, she's gonna want to be that size, especially if her body type kind of leans more towards that anyway. Okay, so that can eliminate that problem. I just want to let you know why a lot of black women don't work out. I think women overall don't have that testosterone that desire working out. That's no excuse though. I'm not making excuses. I'm saying most women don't. Some women don't. A lot of women I know just don't desire just physical activity, and I hear a lot of men do, and it's y'all have testosterone, and that's what's making y'all want to do that. Okay. So y'all can just stop picking the thick, curvy women, and then only pick the real thin black women. And you might say there's none out here. Well, like I said, I know a girl who was in a size 5 at my job. She's black, had a baby, and she was in a size 5 before she had the baby. Now she's in a 7, and she said she kind of liked being in a 7 because she's a little bit curvy and she got a little butt now. She was saying she wants some butt. That's because of the black culture. Okay, because had she been white, she would have been back down to that 5. Because the white dude was like, honey, you're a little bit bigger than you was before the baby. I want you to get back down to 5. You see what I'm saying? Black men, stop choosing curvy, thick women. Just choose a real thin, and black women would have no fucking choice. Okay? Same for the black women. I mean, I just want to throw this in real quickly. Black women, stop choosing broke dudes. I mean, we claim we want a man that's successful with money, but yet we keep dating men who are broke. Only date men who got money. And then the bombs are the ones who won't strive for shit. That will force them to get their hustle on. And I say hustle, I don't mean illegal. I mean just finding other ways to make money. Okay, so we need to stop picking the broke dudes, because women claim they want a man with money, but they pick dudes that stays at home while they fucking work. Okay, moving down. So black men, you say you don't like women who wear weave. Okay, I understand your dilemma, but I'm gonna tell you a quick story. When I wore my hair relaxed, I told my ex-boyfriend, I said, I'm going to go natural. He said, if you go natural, I'm going to break up with you. Mind you, I think I'm quite attractive, so I don't see how me wearing my hair as it's supposed to look would make you want to break up with me. So he was insinuating I was going to be ugly with my natural hair when I'm not even an ugly person. So he had a disdain for his own fucking hair, because me and his hair had the same texture. Well, we had, the same textured hair. He was black just like I was. So that was kind of strange to me that he would break up with me because I changed my hair. Okay, so part of the reason black women don't want to wear their hair natural is because they feel like you would think that they're ugly and you don't like the hair. I'm just telling you. Someone was walking past. Okay, so I'm just telling you. Okay, if you let a woman be known, if you're with a black woman and she has weave, won't you suggest, baby, I'd love to see how you look with your natural hair. I would love it. A lot of black men say they don't want to see their women big chop because they don't like short hair on a woman and stuff. I understand that. I get it. But that's what her fucking hair looks like. Okay, so if you don't like the texture hair, you should not be dating black women. Okay, so part of the reason why black women are embracing the hair weave and shit like that is because I think subconsciously black women think that black men are with white women because of their hair and how they look, because a lot of them, not a lot, but it's more of them dating interracially than black women. So I think black women feel like, oh, well, maybe it's the hair, when their hair ain't even got shit to do with it. But when you have a black man like I did tell you that they're gonna break up with you, if you look the way you're supposed to, that's essentially a white woman wearing her hair like wearing dreads, and she said, well, I'm gonna take these dreads out, I'm gonna shave my head, and I'm gonna let my straight hair grow in. And her white husband saying, if you cut off those dreads and wear your hair straight the way it grows out of your head, I'm gonna break up with you. That's how ridiculous that shit sounds. So I'm telling you, black men, if you want black women to stop wearing weave, encourage them to wear their natural hair. Encourage them. They will listen to, believe it or not, they will listen to you. When you stop choosing them and stop fucking them, they won't have a choice. Okay, next in line. Okay, so black men are tired of black women having kids out of wedlock. Okay, you're tired of kids out of wedlock. How about you either A, stop impregnating women and leaving them with babies, or B, the men who are doing it, you create a environment to where that's unacceptable. You hold other men to task. You shame them for walking out on their responsibility. How about that? How about and I'm not even being sarcastic, I'm just saying, since a lot of these black, not a lot, but since there's several black men that's making YouTube videos talking about, all the black women's shortcoming, I would think that you would know so as a black man, I would think you would know a black man's shortcomings better than a woman's shortcomings, because see, you're on the outside looking in. When you're dating a woman, she's bringing all these negative qualities to the table. Unless you sit and listen to her and get her psychology and live and walk a day in her shoes, you would never truly understand why she is the way she is and why she's choosing to do the shit that she does. But as a black man, you could explain to a person, well, this is why I sold drugs, or this is why I had a kid with this woman and walked out, or this is why I had 5 kids by 4 different women, or this is why, I'm sitting here playing video games and smoking weed all day. This is why I can see a young black boy wandering the street without a father, and I won't even try to mentor him. Maybe, you see what I'm saying? Like, literally. You know the plight of a black man. You know why you could say, well, shit, I didn't have a father in my life and there's no excuse, but I haven't healed from that and I'm still fucked up and I don't even know how to be a man. Like, you can explain to a person. It's still no excuse for your behavior, but it would explain away why you have made the choices you have, and then someone can help empower you to make better ones. Or you can, let's say, empower yourself to make better ones. But I still don't understand why all these black men are making all these videos talking about what black women's shortcomings when you don't know you're not a black woman. You cannot really understand why she's doing the shit she does. And you're upset about it. I get it, because that's who you're dating. I fucking get it. But black women are just as upset at black men, okay? And don't understand why the fuck they do the things they do. But the only way for a black woman to find out is to ask the black man questions. It would be better for a black woman to sit there and make videos about herself and other black women and saying, okay, I know why you're having these kids out of wedlock. I know why you're wearing weave. I know why you're not working out and eating healthy. I know this. I know that. I know why you stressed and got a stank attitude all the time. You get what I'm saying? Because she can relate. Okay, but like I said, so with black men, they say they don't like women who have kids out of wedlock. Well, who are getting these women pregnant? Are other women getting these women pregnant? No, men. Men like you. When I say like you might not have that characteristic, but a black man